This corner of my bedroom has the potential to be a wonderful retreat, but it's currently lacking some oomph. I'm going to add some by building a copper and timber table, which will create some warmth and character. These are all the tools and materials I need to build my copper table. I've had my timber pre-cut at Bunnings and I've chosen a nice hardwood. Because this is such a large piece, I'm going to be working on the floor so we have a nice flat surface to work off. First thing we need to do is cut all of our copper to length. We're going to be using a pipe cutter to do this. Measure and mark your copper piping. These are the joints that I'm using in the construction of my framework. You need to allow for these when you are measuring up. Remember when using a pipe cutter to make short turns when tightening after each revolution. This means you won't crush your pipe and you get a clean cut. Now that we have one length cut, we're going to use this to measure up our next 3. The great thing about this project is that it's all straight cuts and there's no glue needed. Everything is joined together with the elbows, T-joins and the crimper. Now that we've laid out one of our sides, we're ready to crimp it together. This is our crimper. The arms of the crimper extend, meaning that you don't have to apply as much force, but it still gives you plenty of pressure. Because this is such a large piece, I'm going to get Andy to give me a hand to make sure everything stays square. We insert our pipe into the end of our crimper, which then applies pressure and creates a seal. Now that we've built one side of our framework, we need to attach the feet. These will be at 90 degrees to the rest of the frame. Now we just need to attach the other side. And there you have it, that's the frame for our table. Now we need to prep our bench top. Even though we've chosen to use a dressed hardwood timber, there are still imperfections to watch out for. So give everything a nice light sand with a fine grit sandpaper and choose your side depending on what you prefer. Now that we've sanded all of our sides, we're going to varnish it top and bottom. Because we're using a water-based varnish, we need to give it a very thorough stir. This is because a lot of it settles at the bottom. Don't worry, it's not affected, it just needs to be broken up. Remember when using a water-based varnish to use a good quality synthetic brush. You need to work quickly with water-based varnish as it dries fast. It will go on milky and dry clear. You want at least 3 coats to give you a smooth finish. Now that our tabletop is dry, we're going to fix our frame with some saddle clips. We need to make sure that one side is square, then we can adjust the other side to match. And there you have it, one copper table. I've given mine a little bit of length to fit a particular wall, but you can cut yours to any size you need. This table has added some character to what was once a very plain wall, and we now have somewhere to put all of our special knickknacks.